Does Nostradamus ever write about implantable chips in his own way?
Well, if he did, I haven't really discovered it. It's just like one of the things that happened even tonight that, as we've been talking about the connection of Obama and Nostradamus, it just dawned on me, an obvious thing, that I should go and check his words and see if the French words or variants for blessing are somehow used to describe somebody, because Barak is derived from a very beautiful Arabic word, baraka, which was also used as a name of actually my favorite film, which is the Ron Frick film that's called Baraka. It means blessing, divine blessing. And so I think this is how, right now in real time, this is how sometimes things happen. We have talks, we have interesting things thrown back and forth, and then suddenly dawned on me, gosh, I've never looked at the word, any variant for blessing in Nostradamus, see if that's applied as a code for a person. I may look and find nothing, but what often happens when that happens is suddenly you have quatrains that sprout up and you go, wow, there's something I didn't see before. I mean, when you get the right meaning of a word, it opens a thing up like a key to a mystery door. So out there, all you Nostradamians, go search for the French words and variants for blessings, and you probably come up with maybe something about the future president of the United States.
One or two more calls to go east of the Rockies. Welcome to Coast to Coast. Hi there.
George and John, can you hear me?
Yes, sir. Loud and clear.
Okay. I was winding my Free Play Plus radio, and I missed part of your program. But when you described, John, Nostradamus and Bin Laden theory as the Antichrist, it appeared to me, using ordinary English characters, that you were dancing around the name George Bush. Now, I have a question, too, but would you comment on that?
Oh, yeah, well, I didn't have time to do George Bush, and I've done him so much for the last 8 years, I thought I'd pass it. But since I'm more happy to look at that. Let's look at that George Bush situation. Take all the letters of G, W, B, U, S, H in lowercase. Okay, so then look at the G and the W. You can turn letters upside down to make letters. GW becomes AM. Turn those over in sequence, you get MA. BUS with a silent H. Drop the H. It's very simple to make Bobbus out of GW Bush.
Very good. Now, my question is, I got a phone call last night from a concerned and dear friend in Louisiana. Do you have any prophecy or inclination about now time, as in next week, and major consequential events coming up next week for this country?
Well, if any indication is one of the emailers that emailed me about an hour ago alerted me to the fact that I think the Indonesian stock market closed, that certainly next week you're going to see more economic crisis. And I've been saying that the credit card industry is the next industry to be exposed to this. This thing is...
it's not over.
It's not over. It's just in its beginning. In fact, I think one of my earlier shows with you, and it might actually be in predictions for 2008, but certainly documented on tape for any of the shows, I often talked about how this crisis would last 2 years. That it would be a deep recession in the last 2 years, and in 2 years' time, which would be in the middle of the next president's administration, it will either be solved and we'll turn a corner, or we will go into a global depression.
John, my friend, we are out of time. I want to thank you once again, and the next time we see you, it'll be on election night, okay?
Boy, that'll be exciting.
We're going to get you in there with a group of other people, and your expertise will be very welcome, John Hogue.
Well, thank you very much for having me.
John's website, by the way, linked up at coasttocoastam.com. It's HogueProphecy.com. For Karis Coburn, Dan Galante, Tom Danheiser, Lisa Lyon, Lex Lonehood, Sean Ladesseur, Ross Mitchell, George Nappy and Punnett, and Art Bell, I'm George Norrie. Somewhere out there on Coast to Coast AM. We'll see you on our next edition. Until then, be safe, everyone.